95% of coaches and agency owners are doing this wrong. So let me guess, are you facing these kind of problems like capped by time, energy, and mental bandwidth? You're scared to scale because you basically don't know how to delegate and how. You have a decent revenue but not predictable. You are stuck at that DM cycle and just repeatedly doing the webinar launch and everything, but nothing is working out for you, right? You have hit a ceiling of like 3 clients, but you don't have any systems to scale, and you don't have any system that will get you predictable clients every single month. You have talent but no direction. Your brand looks so polished, but your systems are just fogged, right? And you're struggling to get clients and income, and you're just having that self-doubt on yourself. So in this particular video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you 3 phases that you can apply to your business, your agency and coaching business right now, which will help you to just explosively grow in the online space, as this particular system connects every single dot of your online market. So listen to this video very carefully. Watch this video till the end, because if you particularly watch this video, we'll have your entire front end and back end of the business sorted out. So let's get started with the video, right? So firstly, we need to focus on the foundation, right? We need to focus on the offer, because offer is the most important thing in your business. Offer will help you to dominate the market or even get interest or demand of the market very, very easily. So if you have structured your offer in such a manner that it will feel like a no-brainer offer to every single one that you're going to serve to, then you are almost there to scaling your business, right? So let's focus on how actually top tier offers are created, right? Now, creating offers, you can see over here, offer that promise ROI only works. So we always have to focus whenever we are making our offer, how can we give ROI to our clients? Because that's the only thing that they care about, right? Now, firstly, we need to do a research, what they are saying, what they are behaving, what are their thoughts, what are they thinking every single day. We need to have a research. We need to have a document of ICP research, that is ideal client profile research, which will help us to build the offer, to build the messaging, to build the ads and everything, because this is basically the backbone of everything, right? Now, we need to focus on the core problems and emotions. Keep in mind, we also have to focus on the emotions, because emotion is the only thing that basically help us to make the prospect take a decision, right? Now, we need to focus on the fears, the dream outcomes that they have, the beliefs that they have, the jargons that they use usually in their marketing or usually in their industry, right? Now, we have to implement formulas, the formulas that makes the offer undeniable. Like we have all sort of frameworks in order to fit your offer to make it undeniable for your clients. Now, after implementing all the formulas, we basically validate the offer. Now, how do we validate? We test with existing lead. Like if we got a client and we're starting out with their offer, we first see if they have a lead list or something like that, which will help us to validate the offer. We're going to DM them, or we can email market them the offer that we are running right now, and we can see how much demand is creating in that particular lead list, right? And then we can validate if people are actually paying us money for that particular thing. Then yes, the offer is validated. The second thing that you can do is DM your ICP and get feedback on the offer. You can just open the Instagram. You can just go to your ICP. For example, you are into fitness coaching. You can go to maybe Aston Hall's Instagram channel, and you can go to followers or maybe the likes of the people that are following Aston Hall, and then you can DM those particular peoples are your ICP, your ideal client profile. Now, what you can do is you can simply DM them, hey man, I'm just I'm just giving XYZ thing to XYZ people. Will you be interested? Or you can just send them the doc. Initiate the conversation and understand what they need, what you can improve in your offer. How can you validate your offer? How can you make your offer much more desirable towards the market, right? And then very fast method that you can do is basically run ads at a very low budget to test the demand. And when you run ads, you get leads, you get appointments, and if you make the sale, and if you basically explain the whole thing to your ICP when you run ads. And then if they are showing interest, or if they are ready to give money for your offer, congratulations, your offer is validated. Once your offer is validated, most of the things are done. Now, what you need to do is just have to fix the messaging. Now, when scaling the offer, this is where most of the people fail. Now, let's understand how to scale the offers, right? Now, when it comes to scaling the offer, you have to also look at the service delivery. You can't only focus on acquisition, because if you acquire a lot of clients, then it will be very, very, very difficult for you to retain them or deliver them, right? Now, service delivery have three pillars: done with you, done for you, and do it yourself, right? What happens in do it yourself is basically you give templates and info for a low ticket product, and you tell them basically these are the things you can do it yourself, right? In done for you, what we do is we basically use our team to deliver the client, to deliver the system, to build the systems, right? Now, done with you is basically modules and calls, right? We give you the modules, we give you all the things, templates you need, and also we will help you set up in a one-to-one call, right? In a kind of like consulting call, right? So this also get a very good result. Let me do over here. This gets very good results. This gets very great results, because in done for you, you have 100% control over your client result. In done with you, maybe have 50 to 70%, right? And maybe in done with you, really don't have any like control over client results, because it is 100% done by them, right? So these are the three pillars of service delivery. Now let's see how we can leverage this, right? Because it is very important. Now, two ways we can leverage the offers, right? The first thing is cross-selling, right? Running maybe a done do-it-yourself ad that is maybe a template, maybe a low-ticket product that that will help them to upsell into maybe done with you or done for you, right? Now, you have to run front-end offer of ads, right? You basically run, let's say you are giving maybe marketing services, right? And you made a low-ticket product of the best ad templates that help you to get more leads or get more appointments, and you basically use it as a do-it-yourself model, right? And after they buy your particular low ticket, you upsell them to your coaching, right? You're done with your offer. And then when they're facing more problem with done with you, like they need your one-to-one support, then you can upsell them to done for you, right? This is how things work. Now, you can see over here, let's say I'm giving an example of cross-sell, right? Let's say I'm giving ad services to my clients, right? And now one of my client is also having a problem of content, right? Now I can find someone, X person, who can solve this particular problem, and I can cross-sell that to my client, right? You have client over here. I basically I'm basically providing ads. I'm going to cross-sell this content to this client. And when I'm paid, I'm going to give that to the person who can solve that problem with keeping the commission. So this is how you can do cross-sell to people and make a lot of back-end revenue, right? This is what people don't understand. They only focus on ads. Ads is not going to help you to scale. You need to build systems. You need to have processes. You need to have the strategies that will help you to grow in the front end and also in the back end, right? And so the second way of scaling the offer is hybrid offer. Hybrid offer basically helps you to get fast results, highly scalable compared to traditional done for you, compared to traditional only done for you, right? In hybrid offer, what you do basically is you give done for you to all the tasks that is maybe very hard or time taking for the client, implementing tasks by your team that need expertise and generally takes time to set up. So our team basically helps with all the things that clients take time to set up, like the technical setups and everything. We help you in that, right? And after implementing the system, we're gonna consult you on how to use it, right? So this is the hybrid offer of done for you and done with you, which most of the people, like all the top personal brands, you can see Andrew Tate, Luke Belmar, Iman Ghazi, every single one who are completely into info, like they are using all this particular framework, right? This particular framework they are using more often than not, right? Now, after creating and scaling, understanding like how to create and scale the offer. Now let's talk about the Facebook ad strategy, which is very important, right? Now in Facebook ads, we're going to create ads. While we're creating ads, let's understand. Firstly, we have to understand the market. As I mentioned that we need a ICP research document, right? Now, you have a particular niche, maybe it will be real estate, it will be dentist, it will be chiropractors, whatever the niche is, they should have some dreams, some fears, some core beliefs and common jargons that we have discussed in creating offers, right? Now, what you're going to do is, we have this research report, the ICP research report. Based on that, we're going to create primary text, ad copies, ad creatives, ad scripts, and landing page copy, right? Now, because we have the ICP document, we exactly know what are their beliefs, what are their dreams, and we can easily tailor that to primary text and ad copies and the whole ad game, right? Now, the formula for creating ads that scale is this, right? You need 3 parts in ads, right? Hook, offer, and CTA. Hook, it should do the following thing. Show them a visual experience, talk about their interest, make them think, right? In hook, you can ask, have you ever tried this XYZ? Or maybe, if you are XYZ, then what do you think about this? These hooks will help you to grab their attention, which is very important, right? And offer should be direct, right? It should do the following thing. Address their pain point, show them the outcome and the desired result, and create FOMO and exclusivity in your offer. And in the CTA, basically, you tell them to go to the next step, like they can DM you, they can go to the funnel, they can go to the landing page, whatever it is, right? The CTA is basically what action you need the prospect to take, right? Now, when you have this particular formula, hook, offer, and CTA, let's say you make 3 hooks and you make 2 offers, okay? And you make maybe 1 CTA, right? You're gonna have 3 to the 6 ads variation, right? You have hook 1, hook 2, maybe hook 3, right? And you have offer 1, offer 2, you have CTA 1, right? Now what you can do is, you can put this as a combination, you can put this as a combination, you can put this as a combination, again you can put this as a combination, you can put this as a combination. You can see, by applying all the combination, we're going to get 6 ads. And if you simply increase this to 8, you're going to get 16 ads, right? So it is very easy to record the hooks. You can just keep the offer the same as it is going to be the messaging for your CTA, right? For your next step, the DM or maybe the funnel. But yeah, you can definitely try different hooks which will help you to understand which type of hooks are working in the market, right? This is the best way to scale ad that I have experienced, right? Now, ad setup. Let's talk about what type of funnel that we can run that is working right now, that is working in 2025. There are a hell lot of funnels that are not working, like the webinar and everything. Like I don't think that they particularly work that much efficiently. What I think is these 3 type of funnels work very, very, very fine, right? First is an auto-converting VSL. Second is an auto-DM funnel. Third is an auto-converting lead form, right? Now, in auto-converting VSL, we basically have the ad, and we're going to send them to a landing page. We're going to, they are going to see the VSL. Okay, so there is a whole process in the back end, right? I'm going to explain you that in this ecosystem conversion campaign. So watch till the end because it is very important, right? Now, let's see how it works. Now we have 3 type of funnels. I'm going to explain how it works, right? Now let's see the campaign structure that we basically use. We have 1 campaign, we make 2 ad sets. One should be interest based on the interest of the prospect that we have figured out using the ICP research document. And then we'll have the broad ad set that we just give Meta the freedom to just go towards the people or reach out to the people who needs our services. And when you are just running the broad ad set, make sure that your ad creatives should give the clear messaging. Give the clear messaging to your towards your marketplace. The broad ad set is heavily dependent upon the creatives. So in interest based, we have given the Meta some specific inputs like which type of prospect we want. But in broad ad set, we have to focus more on the creative, the creative should have a clear messaging towards the target market. Otherwise, we're going to get a lot of junk leads, right? Now, checklist before launch, you should have your pixel setup, very important, because pixel is the most important thing that you can have in your entire agency, because pixel is something that will determine your whole acquisition system, right? So the more data the pixel have, the more qualified and the more better appointments you're going to get, right? So make sure the pixel is set up in your landing page. Automation of lead form, if you're running a lead form automation of appointments and links, and budget allocation according to your budget, right? Now, when it comes to ad scaling, we basically have two types of ad scaling, right? First is vertical, second is horizontal, right? In vertical ad scaling, we basically use budget, and in horizontal ad scaling, we basically use audience and location, right? Now, when we should scale, very important question. If you don't know when to scale your campaigns, you're just going to burn money. And if you think like, oh, this particular campaign or this particular campaign is performing very good, I'm getting really good leads and appointments, that I'm just going to increase the budget. And end of the conversation, bro. That's not how you scale ads. You have to see which ads need to be scaled, right? The way to see it is to see the frequency. Frequency is basically the number of time a person is seeing your ad, right? Now, if the frequency is less than 2, the option is there to scale the campaigns. If the frequency is between 2 to 4, you may get results, but the CPR, the cost per result, will be very, very high. If the frequency is more than 4, conversion probability is very low, very high CPR, and maybe at this point of time you have hit the ad fatigue. So you need to make more ads, you need to make some more offers, you need to focus more on the angles of marketing, right? Now, so if there is a scope of scale, start increasing the budget by 10 to 25% in that particular range, right? So what you do is you simply increase 10% or 25% day by day in the of the campaign, right? That's how you increase the budget, right? That's how you increase. That's how you scale vertically. Now, while scaling horizontally, just increase the audience size, make some lookalike audiences, or expand to new locations, right? So this is how you scale horizontally. Now let's see how the structure of the campaign is, of the retargeting ads, and how we basically scale that. Now, this is the basic structure that I talked about, right? Now, focus on gathering data for the pixel. It will be a money printing asset with these options. When you have people or data of 75 watched video, 95 watched video, link clicks, converted lead list that you'll get when you run ads, profile visits, and page views, you can just make custom audience and lookalike audience, because these are the people who know your face, who know your offer. You just need to push them. So I can't tell you, man, how much ROI I have generated from these ads. I haven't made much ROI from the starting ads or the phase 1 ads that I run, but after I run the retargeting ads, it works crazy. So this is how I structure my ad campaign while I'm scaling, right? So I make custom audience and lookalike audience. I make a campaign. I set up custom audience in one ad set and lookalike audience in one ad set. And in custom audience, I'm going to use retargeting ads, specifically talking to the people who know me, right? I'm talking to like, hey man, you have already seen my videos, but you haven't booked the call, something like this. This will be completely retargeting ads. And the second, these ads are new ads, because lookalike audience don't know me right now, right? So I have to make new ads, or I have to use the ads that are already working in the phase 1 ads in this particular ad, right? So this is how we create, set up, and scale the campaigns. Now let's talk about, very important, this is the thing that can completely change everything, right? So this is ecosystem conversion campaigns. Now, when we basically run ads to get traffic, a simple math is there will be people who are converted, there will be people who are not converted, right? So using this particular campaigns, ecosystem conversion campaigns, I'm booking these kind of appointments every single month. You can see over here, cost per appointment is around maybe $3 per appointment. This is cost per appointment, okay? $3. And you can see over here the kind of appointments that I get. This is for one of my company. This is for only consulting. So you can see over here. Let me show you these kind of ads that I run. Right, I leverage my testimonials, my proofs, because this is the best form of marketing. Right, here also I have leveraged proofs. I have this landing page, this simple VSL. Then I have the call, the calendar to book a call confirmation, and then my sales closer take the meeting. Right now, you can see over here my conversion rate. It is way more than the average conversion rate of the industry. Right, 24% lead to lead conversion rate from cold traffic to lead conversion, and the appointment conversion from lead to appointment is 15%. Show up rate is 52. I'm working on improving that, but definitely this is something that you normally don't get anywhere in the market. Right now, let's talk about definitely. Let's say a person comes over here, he will definitely not go to the end. Maybe there will be a lot of people who will just miss out, who will just go away from go out of the funnel. Right now, to focus on those people, we have conversion mechanisms. Right, we have a YouTube channel. In YouTube, I have specifically made videos to solve the problems of my ICP. Right. So whenever someone faces some problem, or whenever someone is not converted in emails or in WhatsApp or in maybe in DMs, I send some of the value-based videos or the content assets that I have made to help them solve a particular problem. Okay. What it basically does is it helps me to establish authority and credibility, and makes them I don't have to make them think. They basically know that I am the best solution for their problem. As you can see over here, whatever I am explaining right now, whatever I am explaining, you basically know, till now, you basically know that I am the best solution for you. Right, even now, you can see the whole system that I'm using. All these things I have made like a system. This is so predictable that I can specifically tell you that where clients are leaving, where leads are leaking. Right, I have made I made the system so damn predictable that you can say like how many clients you're going to get in the next month. Right, so this is something that no one in the industry is telling you. Right now, let's say some of the people convert from my content assets. Right now, then I post some converting stories and tell people to DM me, and I have setters with a particular DM flow to build the authority and then book them into an appointment, so that it will be very easier for me to close. It will be very easier for my sales closers to close, because I do 80% of the marketing in the front end, and it's basically very easy for my sales closer to close the 20%. Right now, I have everything in place: the setting process, the conversion process, the content assets. Right, again, let's say they go out, they just go out of all these social things, right, all these social assets. I still have automations, I still have AI automations that follow up with them, that continuously follow up with them to book an appointment. You can see over here, this is from my real estate agency. You can see they have booked an appointment, very easy. All these automation have been set, so I don't have to wait for the lead to convert. I already have systems that gets me leads, get me traffic, and help me to convert all those traffics. Right now, this is all about the ecosystem conversion campaign. Now let's talk about very important: scaling and understanding how you should delegate the task. What I basically do is you basically have a founder over here, and you need to have a management tier team, you need to have a supporting team tier team. Right, what it basically do is, this is your C-suite or your leaders, and these are the people who are basically you're going to hire for time. Right, and for this you need to have certain systems in place. Now you have understand how the hierarchy should be. You basically divide your whole team in content team, delivery team, and sales team. I basically do this, okay? And you find out which team member should have what type of KPI, which how can you like measure that particular KPI, weekly target metric, and what are the responsibilities? Very important, right? Now you can see over here, for example, I have operation guy, right? Maybe you are going to go. The main KPIs are automation build or optimized, tech is solved, campaign setup, turnaround time, campaign bug free percentage, right? And maybe weekly target should be 3 to 4 automations, less than 24 hours issue resolution, or 95%, right? And the main responsibilities may be build and maintain client automations, create question and answers of AI agents and scripts, set up question and answer campaign systems, emails, ads, and everything. Resolve backend issues from clients, document all the processes in SOPs, right? So this is the responsibilities, KPIs, and weekly metric or operations. You can make this for your company, right? You can find out like what type of people you already have in your company, what type of team members you have, and what goal you need them to work on, right? Now, basically dividing this will give you a complete understanding of which team member should responsible for which task, right? Now after that, this is very important, that you have daily flows. Now after that, this is very important, to have team management flows. You can have 15 minutes of morning meetings or maybe night meetings, weekly deep dive 1 hour, what things are going wrong, what things are going right, what should you work on, right? Communication throughout, maybe Lark, WhatsApp, Lark, what you can use Lark maybe, or maybe Notion. I prefer to use Notion. I was using Lark previously. Nothing can beat Notion, right? Now in Notion or Lark, you can use client onboarding systems. Now let's talk about the team management flows. Very important. You can have daily 15 minutes sync of morning meetings or maybe night meetings, so that you will have track of what things are going on, how things are going on. You can have weekly deep dive session, which is very important. You can see what things are working, what things are not working, what you should improve, what we need to be implementing. And you can have communication in WhatsApp and Lark or maybe Notion. I basically use Notion. I don't use Lark that much now. Yeah, in Lark or maybe in Notion, you can have client dashboards, you can have content creation pipeline, you can have sales tracking, or maybe for sales tracking you can have CRM, for like we have. You can see over here we have pipeline of all the people, so we use basically CRM. And yeah, and in Notion you can have you can see all the operations, how things are going on. So there is a flow that you can use when the client makes the payment. You can have client payment, and then you have the onboarding call, you have the access and communication management. So phase 1 you do this, phase 2 we do this, phase 3 we do this, phase 4 we do this, right? So the main thing over here is client communication, and then we need to go for upsell, cross sell, or resell, and then we get the testimonials, right? This is the simple flow that we follow. Now for tracking and management system, very important, you need to implement all these systems so that you can have a streamlined delivery process, right? You should be implementing your implementation in your company, so that you will have track of every single team member and what they're doing every single day, right? And you should have SOP mapped out, and should be organized in one particular place, so that team member can come and see the SOP that they need, and they can just get that over there. And after that, centralized management, you should have one company to do, where you can see all the tasks, all the important tasks, who is doing the task, what is the deadline, very important, right? And then client project management, you should have a tracking system in place, which client at which time we're getting the client, or maybe the client portals, and which type of clients we're serving, what is their have their payment is done, have their payment is their payment is basically due. So you need to have centralized client project management system, so that you can track every single client. Because when you scale, if you lose out in tracking, you're completely fogged, man. Because in scaling, we are investing money, and if we don't track every single thing in our business, we're going to lose, right? So this is the system that we basically use in order to have track of every single team member and every single task that we have inside of our agency. Now, When it comes to client communication management, very important if you want to have good retention. I basically map this out for my customer success manager so that he can just see which type of things that they need. You can see over here, client pays the invoice, we do this, then this. Everything is mapped out, right? Everything is mapped out. And yes, again, most of our clients need some content system so that they can generate some content through AI. We also provide these type of systems like content systems and everything so that they can get the most output with the least input, right? So this is the entire 3-phase system that we follow in order to get our clients best of the best result in the industry. Now, if you're someone, you can just go ahead and implement all those things that I've talked about. Like you genuinely have two options. You can just go ahead and implement all the things that I've talked about and try to get results from it, or otherwise you can just reply back to me on the DMs, and we can just have a conversation on how I can help you in implementing all this A to Z that I have told you over here into your business, completely done for you, right? So if you want me to help you in this, then yeah, I'd love to have a convo in the DM. Thank you so much.